Hello, welcome everybody to another beautiful day in downtown Carp. Bienvenue tout le monde. Notre partie ici à Carp. Partie numéro 9, game number 9 of the men's U23 Canadian National Championships.
Leading off for Saskatchewan, second baseman number 7, Will Major.
Today's game between Quebec and Saskatchewan, the Delisle Fort Protection Pride. Could be an interesting one, Adam. Looks like the wind's blowing out.
Appears to be. The Quebec team had a pretty good showing yesterday, so I'm sure they're hopeful for some more. Another strong outing today.
Start the game off with strike one. Rip down to third and on to one for the first out of the game. Charles Leclerc getting the ball for Quebec today.
Third baseman number 1, Max Major.
Up to bat with one out here in the top of the first, Max Major for Saskatchewan. Pulls it down the first base line, fair ball. Stepped on first for the second out of the inning.
Quebec teams are often known for their really tight defense, Ryan, and I guess the Quebec junior team here is showing why they have that reputation.
Batting shortstop number 19, Brant Weeb.
Nice rise ball in there for strike one swinging. You get some funny hops on these diamonds sometimes. Lots of players, lots of games, but the grounds crew has done a great job so far the first day and a half here.
A lot of time and effort.
Pop just foul for strike two.
There was talk in the beer tent last night, Ryan. I was, of course, having a refreshing Pepsi. But many people were talking about Brant Weeb's father, who was a senior level fast pitch player back in the early 90s of some fine skill.
As we discussed yesterday, a lot of father-son combos, brother combos on these different teams. 0-2 pitch. Outside for ball one. One-two pitch on the way. Change up. Pulled through the hole for a single. Good job sitting back there by Weeb.
Batting DP number 20, Troy Kosminka.
Brings up Kosminka here with two outs. Top of the first with a runner on first base. Clear set. In there for a first pitch strike.
See Leclerc wearing the protective mask, pitching. A lot of young pitchers are now wearing those to preserve their facial features.
No, it did not. It was to the left.
Just foul. Good twist there. Yeah, I was just actually going to say the exact same thing, Adam, that this is the first pitcher, Leclerc's the first pitcher I've seen wearing that protective face mask. And I, of course, am just a armchair pitcher for fun in warm-up, but I would certainly be wearing one of those the way guys swing the bats today. 0-2 pitch, goes down swinging. Strike three. After the top of the first, one hit, no runs, no errors. Still 0-0.
The umpires.
All right, back here in the bottom of the first, Quebec up to bat. Tristan Breton leading it off, Edouard Asselin, and Nathan Caron.
Tristan Breton.
First pitch swing fouled off. Strike one.
We were remarking during the break, Ryan, that Troy Kuzminka, the pitcher for Delisle, is a large-sized gentleman.
That one's ripped down the left field line. Going to 2. Thinking 3, but he's going to hold up at second. Nice twist by Breton there.
Second baseman number 8, Edouard Asselin.
Good start to the bottom of the first here for Quebec. See if they can get to Kuzminka early. Ball gets past the catcher down the third baseline here, and Breton takes their 1-0 count. A little cloud cover is probably welcome by all the teams today. It was a hot one yesterday and sunny. Kuzminka with a second pitch, 1-0 count. Ripped down the left field line. Beautiful diving catch by the left fielder. Breton tags up, comes in to score for the first run of the game.
Jordan Perrin really made a nice stab on that, trying to get the out.
At bat, the left fielder number 73, Nathan Caron.
That was an all-out effort there. That had extra bases written all over it. One out here in the bottom of the first. Nathan Caron at the plate. Looks at strike one. Second pitch fouled straight up and out of play.
One ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 count. One out here in the bottom of the first. Ball's down and away for ball 2. Two pitch on the way. Gets him swinging on a pitch just outside. The second out of the inning.
That shortstop number 40, Xavier Dano.
Xavier Dano at the dish. Playing shortstop today, also a catcher. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fouled. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Pitch rip past for shortstop for a single. Dano in there at first.
Hit that ball hard.
Brings up Alex Bergeron. 1 on and 2 out in the bottom of the first. If anybody's out there listening, and we really appreciate if we do mispronounce anyone's last name. We had a few people sending in corrections yesterday, which was much appreciated. Argent rips that one into right field. Off the top of the fence. Caron comes around to score.
Impressive speed from Dano there.
Yeah, Dano, sorry, comes around to score, and Bergeron's in there with a stand-up double.
At bat, the catcher, number 49, Zachary Dutil.
All right, let's see at the dish. Bergeron on second, 2 outs. Bottom of the first, they get 2 runs in so far. See if we can keep things going here.
I watched some of the Quebec game yesterday, Ryan, against Alvinston, and they really impressed me with their ability to hit the ball.
Zminka in there with a strike, 1-1 count. That ball's ripped. Stays fair for a home run. Great piece of hitting there. That was a no-doubter, as long as it stayed fair. Zachary Dutil with a no-doubt 2-run bomb here in the bottom of the first, putting Quebec up 4-0.
The Delisle coach now out for a mound visit to discuss what's just transpired and see what they can do to head off the Quebec charge here in the bottom of this first inning.
See if Kuzminka can get settled in here. He's not throwing poorly, just Quebec having some great at-bats in there.
At bat, first baseman, number 71, Sammy Paré.
Still 2 out here in the bottom of the first. Sammy Paré coming up to bat. He turns on one down the right field line. Gobbled up there for the 3rd out of the inning. After 1 complete, score is 4-0 Quebec over Saskatchewan.
The Huntley Community Association wants to extend a huge welcome to everyone attending the tournament. We are very proud of our ball diamonds that we maintain. Our canteen is now open. We are serving coffee, muffins, cold drinks, snacks, frozen treats, ice cream, sandwiches and freezies, and popcorn. Today is your lucky day. We are providing bacon on a bun, hot dogs, and our famous Huntley burgers. Please visit our canteen and show us your support. Thank you.
Welcome back. Top of the second. Oakley Durham leading things off. Swings through a nice change up there by Leclerc. A 0-1 count. Another nice change up by Leclerc. Up 2 strikes. Oh, 2 pitch. Durham stays live, fouls it off. Another 0-2 pitch on the way here from Leclerc. Pulled down to second, good scoop, and on to first for the first out of the inning.
Bat the catcher, number 18, Kobe Clark.
First pitch on the way to Kobe Clark. Down and out for ball 1. One 0 pitch. Down the middle in there for strike 1. Sting into it there in the center field. Clark retired for the second out of the inning. Saskatchewan was here late last night, Adam. Had a great game against the Ottawa Valley team.
Center
Yeah, they broke Ottawa Valley's heart with that 7th inning rally to come back and defeat the host team 7-6.
Corey Baldwin did a great job keeping them in check. First 6 innings of the game. That one's pushed to the left field corner, a foul. Did a great job keeping them in check for the first 6 innings, and Saskatchewan managed to put up 5 spot on them in the bottom of 7 to walk them off. But a great game by both teams for those who stayed late. Pitch on the way here from Leclerc. I was just going to say, Bicknell kind of showed bunt there and pulled back. We'll see what he does on this next one. Go ahead, Adam.
I was going to say, Leclerc certainly changes speeds well. Doesn't appear to be an overpowering pitcher, but mixes speeds and hits his spots.
Down the third baseline and off the roof of the dugout there.
Great hustle by Dano to make a play, to attempt to make a play on that anyway.
Something forgotten a lot in fastball, Adam. It's not always about how hard you throw, but if you can hit your spots, it makes all the difference in the world.
Most definitely. We saw that in the previous game, Ryan, where there were multiple walks, which really, really came back to bite Alvinston. They just were not hitting their spots.
Pitch on the way. In there for strike 3.
Seems to be a bit of confusion on the count here.
Yes. And the third out of the inning.
Umpire Boisvert needed a little bit of assistance from Marcel Saint-Jean to help him out with the count. That ends the top pass for the second.
Bottom of 2 here. New pitcher in for Saskatchewan,
For Quebec, the
Braden
pitcher,
Harris.
number 7, Shane Leclerc.
Kuzminka's moved to first. And the pitcher, Charles Leclerc, up to bat. First conversation between the umpire and the pitcher. I did have a quick, very quick discussion with the umpires on their walk in here, asking them if the majority of their conversations are about the shoot or the pause when they keep having these conversations, and they said it was really a combination of both. Little check swing there by Leclerc.
Claire not only wears the pitching protective mask, but is also wearing the football style protective mask attached to his batting helmet, which is mandatory in Ontario for players 17 and under, but optional at older ages.
Pitch in there from Harris for a ball. It's in there for strike 3, and the first out of the bottom of 2. Brings Vincent Gaudet.
Batting for Quebec, center fielder number 3, Vincent Gaudet.
In there for strike 1 on the outside corner. 0-1 count. Just the one out for Quebec. Up and out for ball 1. 1-1 count. Some creeping out to say hi to us, Adam.
Hopefully it stays out. We don't get any inclement weather today on day 2.
Gaudet sits back on that changeup, just misses it. Fouls it off for strike 2. Harris trying to get the second out of the inning here for Saskatchewan Pride. Take it back up the middle. Gaudet takes a big turn, decides to go back to first. Brings us back around to the top of the order. Distract Breton at the dish. Vincent Gaudet at first with 1 out here in the bottom of the second.
Breton led off the game with a really nice double, so
Batting for
let's see if he
Quebec,
can put a ball in play
89,
again.
Right fielder Tristan Breton.
Ball down. 1-0 count. See Quebec does here with the runner on first. Hit and run on. Oh. Nice scoop going back on the ball there by the second baseman, and Gaudet speeds back into first with the diving head first slide.
Yeah, agreed. Will Major made a really nice
Batting
play
for
to go
Quebec, second baseman
pretty
number
deep
8,
into
Edouard
right field to
Asselin.
grab that.
Gaudet still at first and 2 outs. Edouard has lay at the dish.
He smashed one pretty good to left field last time with that sac fly, earning a run batted in.
Ball's down, big jump off first. He gets back.
As you said, Ryan, they appeared they had the hit and run on last time, and they almost got burnt, but the speedy Gaudet got back to the base in time to prevent a double play.
Yeah, he's going on that one. Ball sails into the center field. Oh, center fielder can't scoop it, and he's in there to third base. Godet using his wheels there. All right, see if Aslane can cash this runner at third here with 2 outs. Bottom of the second for Quebec. Quebec up 4-0. Braden Harris trying to shut the door here after coming in to start the second. First pitch ball.
That was down Main Street.
1-1 count. He'll pop up to shortstop there behind pitcher. And Harris gets out of the inning. No damage done. After 2 complete, it's 4-0 Quebec. Welcome back, everybody. Bienvenue à tout le monde. Troisième manche. Third inning here for Saskatchewan Pride, trying to get on the board for the first time. LeClaire doing a good job shutting down the lineup so far.
It was quite a saga at the beginning of the tournament, Ryan, for Saskatchewan to get their bats. They shipped them by a particular courier line, and the bats did not arrive in time, and they've been scrounging together bats from various people from the Carp area, lending them for the duration of the tournament. I think they may have even bought a couple just to make sure they had sufficient number of bats for their team.
0-2 pitch on the way. Curveball down and out. Ball 1. Yes, the courier will remain unnamed, but that's for baseball players. They get particular about bats, gloves. That ball pushed to left field, camped under it. First out of the inning.
Wind really seemed to play with that one, Ryan.
Yeah, the left fielder, Caron, went back almost to the track and then came back in to play it.
Ready for Saskatchewan right fielder, number 16, Dylan Quanlake.
To bat for the first time, number 9 hitter. Dylan will go with, we're not sure here, Kinlog. We'll have to ask how we pronounce it just so we pay respect to the family name here. So you can get things started for Saskatchewan Pride here in the top of 3. pitch on the way. That's down.
3 ball, 1 strike.
Apologies, it was a 2-1 pitch. Counts now 3-1. Text saying we're offline. We're offline apparently. Oh, are we back here? Oh, it's back. Just getting some text messages and notes saying we're offline, back online. A little reset, 1 out, 1 on. Fouled off. 0-2 count, I believe, is where we still stand. Will Major at the plate, who grounded out his first at bat. If I'm not mistaken, Will Major is actually the one who got things started off in bottom of 7 yesterday for Saskatchewan, hitting a leadoff home run to start the comeback for the Pride. Pitch on the way from Leclerc. In there for strike 3.
Hey, good. Good spot.
2 outs here. Top of the 3rd. Max Major at the dish. Runner on first.
He grounded out to first in the first inning, Ryan. He hit it pretty hard, but it was a nice play by the Quebec first baseman, Paré, to get the out.
Strike on the outside corner there. Major not too happy about it. Settle back in here and do some damage. 0-1 pitch on the way from Leclerc. And a changeup hit back up the middle. Runners at first and second. Good job sitting back by Major on that changeup, and a good decision by the runner at stay put at second. Brings up Brent Weeb. Runners on first and second. He hit a single last time.
Quick conference there between Charles Leclerc and Zach Dutil to talk strategy. Pitch to Weeb.
First pitch on the way from Leclerc. Turned and ripped foul down the right field line here for first pitch strike. Oh, 1 pitch on the
Double pauses and a warning.
right. After a warning, Leclerc sees if he can shut that down. Ball on the outside corner. 1-2 count here.
Sometimes you see guys get warned, Ryan, for not pausing. Not often you see someone get warned for double pausing.
That one's turned on by Weeb. Off the top of the fence. He's in there for a stand-up double. Cashes the 2 runners that were on. We'll keep things interesting for us here, Adam. Bring the score to 4-2.
DP number 20, Troy Kuzminka.
Brings Kuzminka to the dish, who started as the pitcher for Saskatchewan and has moved to first base. First pitch coming. He turns on that one.
That's well hit, Ryan. Tracked.
A little miscommunication there by the center fielder and left fielder, but the left fielder comes up with the out. 3rd out of the inning. Gets Leclerc out of any further trouble. After 2.5, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 left on base, scores 4-2 Quebec. Harris starts things off with a first pitch strike. Nathan Caron at the dish.
Caron struck out in his first appearance in the first inning.
Pitch is just a little high. 1-1 count. Here to start things off in the bottom of 3. Quebec leading 4-2. Caron just in front of that one, pulls it foul for strike 2. One-two pitch on the way here. Caron fouls it off. Staying alive. Another 1-2 pitch on the way to Caron. Stays live once again, fouling it off. Harris trying to get the first out of the inning here. Delivers the 1-2 pitch. Gets him swinging at a changeup.
Greasy change there, Ryan.
Good change of speed by Harris. Gets the first out of the inning.
At shortstop, number 40, Xavier Dano.
Brings up Xavier Dano. With 1 out here in the bottom of 3.
He smacked a pretty good single in his appearance in the first inning.
First pitch change in there for a strike. Harris working ahead here to Deno. Well, 1 pitch just down. 1-1 count. Trying to get things started here. 1-1 pitch. Pushed down the right field line and out of play. Harris up in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 pitch on the way. Ripped to short, and a good play made there by the shortstop to retire Brant Weeb, sorry. Climbed the ladder a little bit and retired Delisle for the second out of the inning.
At bat, the DP, number 39, Alex Delisle.
Another good crowd out here for the early games today. Enjoying the weather, some good ball.
It's nice to see the stands dotted with those yellow shirts. Ryan, those are the volunteers that help make this activity possible here in Carp, and there's lots of them.
Keep it coming, kids, come on. Come on.
First pitch in there for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 count for Harris. That one just a little further out, and 1-1 count. Certainly a lot of support from the volunteers, from the community. Again, we thank all our sponsors, Alterna Savings is a title sponsor, really making this U23 Men's Nationals happen this year. Got delayed a couple years, but good things come to those who wait.
Yeah, Alterna really stuck with the event, Ryan. They pledged their support back in the original event was supposed to take place in 2020, and they continued to support the group until this weekend.
Bergeron was a little confused there. Thought he might have swung at strike 3, but it's a 2-2 count. The 3-2 count. Pitch on the way. A little bleeder back up to the pitcher and just couldn't quite get it out of his glove, and in safely at first. Bergeron keep the inning alive.
At bat, the catcher, number 49, Zach Dutil.
Brings up the catcher here, Zach Dutil, with 2 out and a runner on first base.
His last at-bat, he smashed a 2-run homer, Ryan, so I would imagine Team Quebec is hoping for more of the same here.
Harris probably going to be careful with them here, but let's see what happens. First pitch in, strike on the outside corner. 0-1 count. Harris doing pretty well so far here in relief of Kuzminka. Strike 2. That one smashed 2, gets down for a single. Runner advances second, keeping the inning alive. Brings up Sami Paré. 2-out catcher rule. Last available batter. Places C at first. Xavier Dano.
First baseman, number 71, Sami Paré.
I know the umpires have been instructed by the umpire-in-chief, Ryan, to speed up the pace of play, and the 2-out catcher rule is one of those. While it is optional, it does help speed up the game.
Ball gets away from Clark there. Runners advance to second and third. 1-0 count.
Looks like he might have got crossed on the sign there, Ryan. Catcher may be calling for something up and got something down.
Guys, let's hurry off. Guys, let's hurry off. Let's go. Run, run, run.
1-0 pitch on the way here from Harris. See if he can get out of it. Strike one swinging. Arre did put a sting into one into right field there last at bat. Looking to get one into play. Cash a couple runners. 1-1 pitch. Fouled off. Harris up 1-2. 2 out here in the bottom of the third. See if he can get out of this unscathed. Keep things at 4-2 Quebec. Pitch on the way. He gets him swinging at a ball in the dirt. Ends the threat. After 3 complete, scores remains 4-2 in favor of Team Quebec.
At bat, the first baseman, number 6, Oakley Durham.
Oakley Durham, starting things off here for Saskatchewan in the top of 4. Swings through the first pitch. Strike one. Just having a conversation, Adam, up here about drawing lines for the pitchers to stay in the chute, something that's used in the women's NCAA.
Hasn't quite made it to men's fast pitch yet, but it could be coming.
I think my understanding was it was discussed, and if one team objects, it doesn't happen, and, well, we don't have them, so clearly there was a team that objected.
Must be the case.
Leclerc up 0-2 here. That one fouled off the catcher, never a good feeling. He shakes it off. 0-2 count. Leclerc delivers. Good job by Oakley Durham to hold off on that change up there in the dirt.
Both these teams, Ryan, 1-1 after day one at the U23 Softball Canada Men's National Championship, hoping for their second win today.
That one's popped up down the third base line. Just out of play. And just missing a fan, is that?
Indeed, yes. Seemed to be all right, though. Appears to have missed the fans and the just behind third base.
Quebec trying to bring that ball back into Leclerc. Umpire just wants to make sure it's okay before he allows it back into play. Durham stays alive. Claire delivers. Another ball. 2-2 pitch on the way here. Durham fouls it off. Stays alive once again. Claire seems to be using his changeup a bit more here in third and fourth innings.
Oh,
works well for him there.
Yes.
Gets away from the catcher, but he throws it down to first for the out. First batter retired.
Good play by Jutsi, the catcher there, to keep that ball in front of him, Ryan.
Kobe Clark.
Brings Kobe Clark to the dish. 1 out here in the top of 4.
Clark flew out to center field in his previous appearance.
First pitch in there for a strike.
Another great changeup by Leclerc.
Really changing his speeds up here, throwing the Saskatchewan batters off. That one's outside. Another changeup, turned on, ripped into the other diamond for a home run. 4-3 Quebec. Great piece of hitting there by Kobe Clark, sitting back on that changeup.
Even if you have the best change in the world, Ryan, you can't go to the well too often, because those are the kind of things that will happen with good hitters.
At bat, center fielder number 22, Ryan Bicknell.
Appears that Béagion is up in the Quebec bullpen. Sorry if I'm mangling Alex's last name, but he's warming up. He's the designated player and could potentially come in to pitch.
Bicknell beats that one out. Good wheels. Just a soft grounder to second. Beat it out. Still only the one out here. Runner on first. Jordan Perrin up to dish. Looking down for the signs. Third base coach.
Jordan Perrin.
Squares, runner goes. He's in there with the stolen base.
Ah yes, the old fake bunt steal.
Good wheels again by Bicknell. Beat it out at first and steals second. Perrin looking down again for the coach's signs.
1 ball.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, runner on second. Claire delivers. It's down in the in for ball 2.
Once again, the umpires enforcing the pace of play rules and instructing the batter on a ball to stay in the box between pitches.
We did have a few long games yesterday, 2.5 hour or 2.5 hour plus games. Squares to bunt again. Misses. 2-2 count.
Somewhat of a lost art, the bunt in fast pitch softball, Ryan. You don't see it nearly as much as you did when I would have been in the U23 category. a couple of decades ago.
I wasn't aware that softball existed back then, but
Shocking but true, right?
yes, I guess it's been around that long.
Wooden bats,
Fielder number 16.
no helmets.
Dylan Quinn.
2 outs here. LeClaire trying to get out of some trouble. First pitch up, ball 1. Bicknell's still there at second. Hoping to use his wheels and tie this game up for the Saskatchewan Pride if he can. Sits back off the shortstop's glove. Just a little looper that he couldn't quite squeeze.
Great effort by Dano there. Great effort getting dirty.
Full layout. Kept it on the infield though and kept Bicknell at third at the same time.
Yep, saved a run in a one-run game there.
Looks like we're going to have a little mound visit here by the coach.
Coach Wilby Show out to visit.
Wonder if they're discussing strategy or maybe. Does seem as though LeClaire has gone to the well, as you said. That change up a little bit too much this inning, so we'll see what happens here. He's going back. LeClaire staying in the game and try and get himself out of this jam here with runners at first and third with 2 out.
Second baseman number 7, Will Major.
Rolls over to the top of the lineup here, Will Major. See if he can get things started for himself.
Second base was unoccupied there by the defensive team, and the runner missed an opportunity to take a free base there.
Pitch in there for a strike. Claire delivers. Rise ball out of the zone.
Will Major grounded out to third base in his first appearance and struck out looking in his second, hoping to change the score here, I'm sure, Ryan.
Another ball up. Bicknell's coming in. Play at the plate, and he's in there safely. Ties the game. Ball got away from Ducey there. Rise ball up and out of the zone. As we discussed, the Bicknell showing off the wheels 3 different occasions there. Beat it out at first, took second, then just took home on that pass ball.
As the old saying goes, Ryan, la vitesse too.
Major works himself a walk here, keeping the inning alive. Brings up his brother Max Major. Runners on first and second.
Looks like a change is coming here.
2 out. Quebec coach is in to discuss. Not really sure. It doesn't seem as though the players are sure what change is being made either. Looks like we do have a new pitcher coming in here. Charles Leclerc is going to exit the game. And I haven't quite seen the numbers, so I'm not sure who's entering the game.
It's Bergeron. He was warming up.
That's right. He is the designated player, so make that change.
Coach Jean-Yves Doucette, the third base coach for Team Quebec. Very well respected softball mind across the country. Done a lot for the program in Quebec. most definitely.
Saskatchewan also having a little conversation here, discussing some strategy. We'll see what they decide to do once we get back underway.
I got you too. No, there's no lineup change.
All right, looks like Bergeon's ready to go. Max Major at the dish, with runners on first and second and 2 out.
That's the way it was presented to you.
Now pitching number 39, Alex Delisle.
Ball's thrown away at first. Saskatchewan was in a bit of a pickle. It worked out to their advantage.
Yeah, Will Major was hung out there, Ryan. He appeared to have slipped when trying to get a jump. The catcher hesitated. He hesitated, made the throw a little offline, and now they're both 60 feet farther ahead.
Again, square and see what happens. Max Major trying to put a couple more across here. Ball outside.
Major had a single in his last at-bat.
Ball outside.
I would think that Quebec would want to get Major out and not to have Weeb come back to bat, because he's been very, very good at the plate so far today.
Agreed. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and ripped into left. Liner on a rope there. Scooped up by the left fielder and gets Quebec out of trouble. After the top half of the first, the top half of the fourth, 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, 2 men left on base. Score is now 4-4. All right, leading off the fourth, shot of Leclerc, squares up, lays one down and just foul.
Leclerc was our starting pitcher, but with the defensive-only change that Coach Doucette made, he's now the offensive player only, and the designated player, Bergeron, is in to pitch.
0-1 pitch on the way here from Harris. Leclerc turns and pops it up to short. First batter retired.
Hey fans, please assist us by returning any foul balls hit out of play. Place them in the ball return chute on the third base side of the backstop. Thank you for your assistance.
Weeb's been pretty busy there at shortstop so far this game, Ryan. He's made some nice plays.
He has. Both shortstops have been busy. Vincent Gaudet at the dish. 1 out. Harris delivers. Well, this pitch is in there for a strike one. Sur et celles qui viennent du Québec, à la maison un matin, j'écoutais pas mal de Les Trois Accords, Saskatchewan. Je pensais que c'était une bonne chanson à écouter un matin avant de venir faire la partie.
At bat, the center fielder, number 3, Vincent Gaudet.
Pulled down the left field line. Foul. Harris is up 2 strikes. O2 pitch on the way. Just outside, ball 1. One-two pitch. Just a bit behind. Gaudet follows it off down the first baseline. One out here. Another 1-2 pitch on the way from Harris.
Here's Gaudet's wheels again.
He's in there safely at first.
That is one fast kid, Ryan.
Ball was pushed just slow enough to short.
Right fielder, number 89, Tristan Breton.
We couldn't get the out.
That's 2 singles now.
They are going to have a little conference here. I think the Saskatchewan coach asked for help. Not sure.
One would think that would be the first base umpire, Marcel Saint-Jean's call there.
Yes, not sure that.
Unless, could it possibly have gone off his foot or something? I'm not sure.
Unless his foot came off the bag. Nope. They've conferred, and the runner is still safe at first.
I would say Gaudet would be a threat to steal here, Ryan.
They're going to roll over to the top of the lineup here. Tristan Breton at the dish. You might see the old square and pull back and see what happens here. He's got some wheels for sure. Pitch on the way, ball outside. Big jump by Gaudet, but he didn't go anywhere. Let's see what the coach puts on here for the second pitch. Ball, oh. Nobody covering third here. Gaudet takes second and third.
It's exactly what happened last time when he was on base, Ryan. He stole second base. The ball was thrown over the bag. No one was there to tag him, and he reached to third on that errant throw.
Apologies sitting behind here. That second pitch looked like it was outside, but called a strike. Chop foul. One-two count. Go down third. Harris delivers. Breton stays alive. Try to see on the monitor here that seemed to be pretty close to home plate Quebec. This batter. Another 1-2 pitch on the way. Retired in foul territory. 2 outs. Gaudette still on third.
With a threat like that on third, too, it's got to be in the pitcher's mind and the catcher's mind that you do not want a wild pitch or fastball here.
No.
In a tight 4-4 game, one mistake by either the pitcher or the catcher could forfeit the lead right there with the wheels on third.
As discussed in a couple games we did yesterday, too, favorable backstop here in Carp. No backstop needed there. Ball pushed through the middle by Asselin, and another run scores.
Great attempt by Weeb there, just missed it.
Puts Quebec back up 5-4.
Left fielder number 73, Nathan Caron.
First pitch on the way. Inside for a strike.
Caron struck out twice already this game, so I'm sure he'll be looking to keep this inning going.
See what they do with Asselin on first. Turn on, play made by the second baseman on the first for the third out of the inning. After 4 complete, Quebec gets 1 run on 2 hits, an error, and a left on base. Puts themselves back up 5-4 after 4 complete. Welcome back, everybody. First pitch in there for swing strike. We're going to just clarify. We heard, okay, so we had the score at 5-4. We heard over the PA that 6-4, and we've just clarified the score is in the booth here is correct at 5-4 Quebec.
The score Quebec 5, Saskatchewan 4.
There's the clarification. Big thanks and a shout out to the official scorekeeper here in the booth, one Adam Brown. Umpire again having a conversation with the Saskatchewan batter to keep 1 foot in the box at all times. That one's popped straight up. Might land on our roof here. Nope, just over our heads.
So Brant Weeb so far today, a single, a double, a couple of RBIs, and some nice plays at shortstop. I guess that's why Ryan, he's on the Softball Canada National Men's Under-23 team.
Certainly demonstrating all his tools today. That one's ripped into the gap, cut off well. He's going in for 2. And he's in there safely.
Runs well.
5-tool player right there. Certainly showcasing the wheels. Quebec right fielder did a great job. Breton did a great job cutting that one off, and we've still got in there for a double.
Absolutely. There's not much more that the outfielder can do on that play.
At bat, the DP, number 20, Troy Kuzminka.
Brings Kuzminka back up to dish. Pitched the first inning. Now at first. He's K'd and flied out to left. Ball up and out of the zone for ball one.
He's a big fella, Ryan. I would dare say that he could potentially retake the lead for Saskatchewan with one swing of the bat.
Turns on one down the third base line. Just foul. Wrong side of the third base bag there. We've on second, nobody out. Bergeron trying to hold this lead for Quebec. Two-one count here. Kuzminka hoping he gets something to hit. Strike two, fouled off into the screen here.
I see, Ryan, there are some trained professional radio announcers behind us now from TSN 1200 here in Ottawa, supporting the Softball Canada Men's Under 23 Fast Pitch Championship.
Kuzminka pulls that one foul down the third base line, staying alive. 2-2 count. I feel like we're semi-professional.
If by professional you mean paid in hamburgers, then I suppose we indeed are professional.
Well, I don't know. The TSN 1200 guys there seem to have some Gatorade and burgers. Need to talk to our agents. Kuzminka pulls it down to third. Weeb into third. Kuzminka's out at first. Throw down to third to try and get Weeb was cut off. He is in there safely.
At bat, first
A one out
baseman,
here.
number 6, Oakley Durham.
Oakley Durham at the plate. Ball's up and out for ball one.
Durham grounded out to second in his first appearance and struck out in his second. They definitely need him to put a ball in play here with the quick Weeb on third base to tie this game up.
Pitch on the way. In there for strike one.
That was a nice pitch.
One pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike two. I think if puts anything on the ground here, Weeb's coming home. 1-2 pitch. Up and out for ball two.
It's a good nibble by Bergeron.
Pitch it in the way. There you go. Pulled the second. Booted on the backhand. And Weeb comes in to score, and Durham's in there. Saskatchewan ties the game up at 5.
Even if he fields that clean, Weeb is still scoring on that, but
At bat,
it's
the
unfortunate for
captain,
Quebec
number
that they didn't get the
18,
out.
Cody Clark.
Clark looks at ball one. ball 2. 1 out here, Oakley Durham on first, and 1 run in for the Pride in the top half of the 5th inning. Clark puts a sting into 1. Tails out of play down the right field line. Clark had a solo home run last at bat. See if you can find that magic once again. Umpire just hustling the guys off the field here down the first base line. Durham at first, Clark at the plate. Bergeron delivers the pitch, squares up, shows, doesn't get it down.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
2-2 count here for Clark. Pitch on the way, fouled up, and out of play behind us. So Clark stays alive. Oakley Durham still camped out at first base. 1 run in for the Pride, 1 out. 2-2 pitch. Inside. Durham swipes second on the 2-2 pitch. Good throw by Zach Duté there.
It was. Both teams with some speed on the base pass, Ryan. Reminiscent of a couple of Greater Ottawa Fastball League players that I know.
Players in the booth excluded. 2-2 pitch on the way. Changeup gets him.
Bicknell's also got wheels, Ryan. He had the infield hit last inning. Stole second.
Fielder number 22, Ryan Bicknell.
2 outs. Runner on second. First pitch is up and out of the zone. One 0 pitch. In there for a strike. Bergeron doing a good job using the inside part of the plate to these left-handed batters. 1-1 pitch. Swung at, fouled down for strike 2.
One ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 count here to Bicknell. Just outside. Ball 2. Bergeron shakes. That's when he wants 2-2. Up and out of the zone for ball 3. Full count here to Bicknell. Swung on and fouled down. Stays alive. Two outs, runner on second, 3-2 pitch on the way again. Bicknell puts it into play. Good play at short, but McNell too fast getting in there at first. Good decision to not throw the ball there by shortstop Xavier Deneau.
Dano saved a run most definitely there, Ryan. That was an excellent play just to keep that in the infield.
Agreed, and I think if he throws, Durham might have a thought at coming around third and scoring.
Yeah, and McNell's so fast, the chance you're going to get him at first on that when you're laid out, I think, is very low. It'll be interesting to see if they steal him right away to get both runners into scoring position here with 2 outs.
Xavier Deneau and Brant Weave have certainly been busy at short this game. See if Jordan Perrin can do something. Turns on one, swinging bunt. And get him at first to end the inning.
Very close call. Saskatchewan doesn't seem pleased with it, but it was a bang-bang play, and Marcel St. Jean was right there to make the call.
After the top half of the inning, Saskatchewan puts a run across. Ties the game up at 5-5. Welcome back, folks. Bottom half of the inning here. New pitcher for the Saskatchewan Pride, Caden Schmatz, who threw yesterday. First pitch swinging.
Dano at bat here. He's had a single and lined out to short.
Ball up. Strike two. Have a little conference here. Umpire's probably going to tell him to stay in the chute. He's jumping pretty wide.
Thinking that might be the case here, Ryan. As we've discussed previously, a real focus for our Softball Canada officials here so far this week.
Schmatz up 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, play.
Fouled back out of play. Still 1-2.
Great game so far, Ryan. Lots of great defense, good hitting, good speed.
Fouls another one off to stay alive. Dano seeing if he can get things started here for Quebec in the bottom half of the fifth.
Legal pitch call there, Ryan. Legal pitch out of the chute. He got his warning, and umpy called that an illegal pitch. Saski coach out for a visit to discuss.
Pushes the count to 2-2.
I noticed the Saskatchewan coach is wearing his Alterna Savings shades, Ryan.
Yeah, seen a lot of those around the ballpark. Picked a pair up myself today because I didn't have any myself. Nice of Alterna Savings to bring those along for those sunny days and folks who've forgotten them. Again, big title sponsor that stuck with the tournament and really allowed this thing to happen. We thank them mightily.
Dano choked up quite a bit here, Ryan.
Ball inside, pushes the count to 3-2.
3 ball, 2 strikes.
Line to center and caught the first out of the inning. Bignell tracked that one well.
Yep, showed his wheels on the base paths and in the outfield.
As at the DP number 39, Alex Balladron.
All right, brings up the pitcher for Quebec. 1 out.
He doubled and had an RBI in the first inning, Ryan, and he reached on an error in the third.
First pitch in there for a strike. He's also choked up. Shorten that swing up, get better contact. 0-1 pitch on the way. Right back to this pitcher. Nope, number 2.
Nice defensive play by Schmatz there. Kind of a reaction play, Ryan. The ball's coming at you. You got to make a quick stab and then make that throw to first after winding underarm.
Pitchers are athletes.
At bat, the catcher.
There are exceptions,
49,
Ryan.
Zach Dutil.
Catcher for Quebec. Zach Dutzy up at the dish. 2 outs. Looks at strike 1.
Dutzy's 2 for 2. He had a homer. He's got a single. He's got a couple of RBIs so far today.
Ball inside. Schwantz delivers, change up. Good scoop at first base by Kuzminka to end the inning.
The big man saved a runner there for sure. Nice scoop.
All right, get them out of the inning, and after 5 complete, we are still tied at 5-5.
After 5 innings of play, no runs, no hits, no errors, no men left on. The score, Saskatchewan 5, Quebec 5. number 7, Will Major.
No.
All right, folks, top of the 6th here. Barjon still towing the rubber for Team Quebec. And the number 9 hitter
At bat, the right
at the
fielder,
plate.
number 16, Dylan Quinlaw.
Pitch in there for a strike. Saskatchewan sent 6 batters to the plate last inning. Let's see if they can do it again this inning. Maybe more. Try and take a lead here.
Dylan's had a walk and a single so far today.
1-2 pitch on the way. Bounces it in there for ball 2. Two pitch on the way. Rise ball up and fouled up and out of the zone. Foul ball yesterday. Adam almost hit a truck that was driving by on the side street behind us here. The committee did raise the backstop screen here a little bit to try and keep more balls from going out of play. And
yep, just one of the many improvements, Ryan, that have been made here at the Carp Fairgrounds Ball Diamonds. Put a lot of time and effort in the organizing committee led by Jeff Latham. Jeff was a really good softball player himself back in the 90s. He played some high-level intermediate ball.
oh,
My goodness. My goodness.
3-2 pitch hits him.
Where'd that catch him, Ryan? That get him?
I'm not sure. He's right in the middle of the post here. I can't see. Kind of squeezing in his hand elbow area.
It was definitely up high, wherever it was. He hits right, but he seems to be holding on to his left hand. Or no, his right hand, excuse me, which would be his
At
backhand.
bat, the second baseman, number 7, Will Major.
Interesting.
Barjon went and apologized immediately. Certainly wasn't intentional on the 3-2 pitch.
In a 5-5 game.
The first batter? No, of course not. He shakes it off here, rolls over the top of the lineup. Will Major see if he can replicate what he did last at bat. Rips one foul down the left field line.
Yanked that hard.
Strike 1.
Will Major grounded out to third. He struck out looking and he walked in his most recent at-bat, but he's sitting at the top of the order for a reason, Ryan.
Barjon delivers the 0-1 pitch. Square shows. They get him at second.
Great toss by Dano.
So we've got 1 out now. Top of the 6th. Will Major still at the plate. Slices that one foul.
Nice curve on that one. To the outside of the plate.
Barjon shakes a couple pitches, finds one he likes, delivers. Major sits back on it, lines it out to the left fielder. Good job sitting back on it, just couldn't quite get it up over the head of the left fielder.
So Max Major, he's grounded out.
At bat,
He's
the
singled,
third baseman, number 1,
and he's flown out to left
Major.
field.
What looked like it could be a promising inning here for the Pride turned into 2 outs. Max Major see if he can get things started again. Turns on one, pops it up to left field, camped under, and first pitch swinging, third out of the inning. Maljon gets out of it unscathed.
Quebec's got to get something going here, Ryan. Their bats really have been quiet the last couple of innings.
Good start to the game, and the 2 pitchers who've come in relief have really done a good job for the most part, other than one run shutting them down.
Paré flew out to right field in his first at-bat, and he struck out in his second one.
See if the bottom of the order here can get things started for Quebec. Bottom of 6. Oh! Paré did a good job ducking out of that way, or out of the way of that one. Sorry. Legal pitch called. Looks like the wind's kicking up some dust here on the diamond. Schmatz delivers. Rise ball up and out of the zone. Three-one count here to Paré. Trying to work a walk and get things started. Pitch in there for strike 2. Full count here to Paré. Schmatz delivers. Gets him swinging on a rise ball.
Paré's a major junior hockey player, Brian. He played some major junior with Victoriaville and Rimouski in the Quebec Major League.
At bat number 7, Charles
Multi-sport athlete.
Charles Leclerc up for Team Quebec. There's Cade and popped out. Another illegal pitch called. Ball 1.
Any ideas, Ryan, what that is in Charles' back pocket?
I think that might be a sleeve. If he gets on, he might be a head-first slider.
One of those oven mitts that they sometimes wear in the MLB, perhaps?
Yes. Protects the fingers. Fouls that one off. Got one out here in the bottom of 6. 2-2 count on Leclerc. Schmotz throws him a changeup, and he's able to sit back just long enough to foul it off down the left field line. Good job of staying alive there by Leclerc. Still 2-2 count, one out. Schmotz gets the sign. Strikes him out swinging. 2 out here in the bottom of 6. Brings up Vincent Gaudette for Team Quebec.
Gaudette's been off to the races in both his at-bats with singles and stolen bases, reaching third both times.
Vincent Gaudette.
But they have not been able to cash him yet. Oh, I'm sorry, he did get cashed in the 4th inning. My mistake.
Rise ball up and out of the zone for ball 1. One-0 pitch. Down in the dirt. 2-0. Sure, Team Quebec would love to get him on and have him come around again. Use those wheels to their advantage. 2-0 pitch. He rips it into center on the line, but retired by Ryan Bicknell. After 6 complete, we are still tied at 5 apiece.
Tickets. The draw will be today before the last game of the day, with the winning number posted in the 50-50 tent. The winner can present their ticket in the 50-50 tent anytime before the start of the last game on Sunday. Last night's winner took home over $600.
All right, Brant Weeb leading things off here for Team Saskatchewan in the top of the 7th. He's been on base every time.
Yeah, he's been one of the top hitters in this game for sure, Ryan. He's got a pair of doubles and a single, a couple of RBIs, showed great speed on the base paths, and has played some excellent defense too.
Strike 2.
We're definitely in a ball game here, Ryan. Tied 5-5 going into 7. 2 teams, both with 1-1 records.
Both teams' relief pitchers have come in and done a great job. Cannot have a tie here this week, so we will go into extras and determine a winner.
Sure, if you're aware, Ryan, but Saskatoon, is the host of the Under-17 Softball Canada Nationals upcoming next week. 4 teams from Ontario will be attending that.
Weed pops one up to short. Teno camped under it and retires him for the first out. I am aware one of my teammates is actually going to be attending that tournament.
And one of mine.
Good for the young lads.
From all that have been there to the Gordie Howe complex in Saskatoon, they rave about the excellent fast pitch facility that our friends in Saskatchewan have. nice one here in Carp, but Saskatchewan has hosted some international events at that complex.
First pitch ball to Kuzminka. Second pitch swing and pulled just foul. 1-1 count. Kuzminka is certainly using the left side of the field so far today. Made a great scoop at first base to end the inning, and a Quebec threat. 1-1 pitch. Looped into center, and catch made by Vincent Gaudet.
He showed his wheels on that one. He judged it very well and got under it quickly.
2 outs. Top 7. Oakley Durham trying to get things started here with 2 for Team Saskatchewan.
First baseman number 6, Oakley Durham.
Strike 1 on the outside corner.
Seems like Bergeron may have upped the speed a little bit in this inning, Ryan. I guess with the 7th, he's trying to do his best to get his team into the bottom of the 7th with a chance to win in a tie game.
1-1 count. Quebec does have the top of the order leading things off in the bottom of 7, so always a good spot to be in. Durham fouls that one off, so 1-2 count. Bergeron delivers. Ball outside, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Outside again. Pushes the count to 3-2. Time's called. Umpire checking the ball. And we're good. Top of the 7th, 2 out. 3-2 pitch on the way. Sits him down on the rise ball swinging. Game's tied at 5. Going into the bottom of the 7th here. Quebec, their 1-2-3 batters coming up to the plate.
No runs, no hits, no errors, no men left on. Score remains Quebec 6, Saskatchewan's Delisle Pride 5. Score remains Quebec 5 and Saskatchewan's Delisle Pride 5.
All right, folks, strap in here because we could be in for a fun little bottom of the 7th with the top of the order for Quebec coming up. 1-2-3 hitters. Schmott's towing the rubber.
Tristan Breton, at his first appearance, he had a double, Ryan. but he's popped up the 2 times after that.
Schmott's working ahead here with the 0-1 count. Quebec certainly also has a lot of speed at the top of their lineup. See if they can get guys on and take advantage of that. Schmott's hoping to shut things down again and give the Pride another chance in top of 8. Umpire just checking the count. It's 1-2. Clayton trying to get things started. Pitch. Fouled off. Stays alive. Counts 1-2. I will commend all the pitchers who've come in relief here. They've done a pretty good job, especially Saskatchewan only giving up 1 run in the last 5 innings. Schmotz delivers. Legal pitch. Pushes the count to 2-2. I'm not sure if he's calling Schmotz for the not staying in the chute or the pause on that. He seemed to be more straight on that pitch than he has been on some others, but nonetheless, 2-2 pitch. Down in the dirt for ball 3.
Ball, 2 strikes.
3-2 pitch on the way here to Breton. Ball 4. Ball actually hit him. It was a dead ball, nonetheless, for the illegal pitch.
Okay, fans, please assist us by returning any foul balls hit out of play. Place them
looks
in
like
the
it
ball
caught
return
Breton
chute
in the
on the third base
ankle.
side of the backstop. Thank you for your assistance.
This gives Quebec a few options here, Ryan, and Coach Jean-Yves Doucette is a master strategist, so I'm sure he'll come up with a play here that'll help Quebec put a runner in scoring position. Appears to be making a lineup change, though. Maybe
Conversation, also a conversation we had between the Saskatchewan coach and the home plate umpire. Tough on Saskatchewan when the home plate umpire decides to get that involved in the game here in the bottom of 7. Pinch runner in for Quebec. Number 10, Mika Ud.
Mika does not look very old. I would assume that he would be one of the younger players here at the U23 National Championship.
Okay, nobody out. Edouard Asselin at the dish.
Number 8, Edouard Asselin.
Let's see what play Quebec has on here. First pitch. Runner goes.
Oh, he's hung.
Ooh. Gets back into first in time. Great throw by the catcher.
It was.
Certainly would have been out if he'd kept going.
Number 10, running for number 89.
Stressful situation for a young pitch runner. You want to do the right thing. You want to follow Coach Jean-Yves' instructions. Your team's counting on you.
Here's the pitch. Big jump, but stays put. 2-1 count here, I believe. Voisin swings. Strike 2. Wood getting a good jump at first, but staying put. See if Vaseline can move him up. It'll take second on the pass ball. Pushes the count. I believe it's a 3-2 count. Yes.
That could do it, Ryan.
Let's see what happens. Throw's coming home. And the runner's in time. Great piece of hitting by Edouard to cash that runner from second and give Quebec the win. 6-5 after 7. Great game by both teams.
Yeah, excellent game of fast pitch softball, Ryan. That would give Alex Bergeron the win in relief of Charles Leclerc. And the hard luck loser in that would be Caden Schmatz. He came in and pitched really well in his innings of relief, but he would be the losing pitcher in relief of both Troy Kuzminka and starter Braden Harris.
Final score, Quebec 6, Saskatchewan and Delisle Pride 5. Softball program is an outstanding way to introduce the sport of softball to children by offering coaches easy to follow lesson plans. Timbit softball allows children of all skill levels to explore the sport of softball. For more information on the Timbit softball, visit www.softball.ca or contact your provincial or territorial association. The winner of the Never Give Up Award for this game is number 8, Edouard of Quebec. Edouard takes out by the announcers to pick up a cap.